Okay, we are doing the vocabulary on how a bill becomes a law. You just watched the Schoolhouse Rock, I'm Just a Bill video. So, my friends who are watching later, you need to watch how a bill becomes a law. It's on YouTube. Schoolhouse Rock. It's good. Okay. So, we're going to look up some definitions of the terms. So, the first term is sponsor. Now, just Googling it, you're going to get a variety of definitions. Okay, so the first one, it has person or organization that provides funds for a project or activity carried out by another in particular. Person who introduces and supports a proposal for legislation. So which definition do you think is correct? The first one or the second one?
Can you repeat them?
Second.
It is the second one. It says, first one was a person or organization that provides funds for a project. This one says a person who introduces and supports proposal for legislation. Which one do you think is correct? 2. Okay, person who introduces or supports proposal for legislation. So you're going to write that next to sponsor on your worksheet. A person who introduces and supports a proposal for legislation. Okay, so they have a sponsor for the bill. So say a representative finds something that he or she thinks should be a law, then they will become the sponsor and then they will take it to Congress. Okay, what is a bill? Do we need to even look it up? What is a bill?
I can't see.
Something that wants to be a law.
Okay, so a bill is an idea for a law. A bill is an idea of something that should become a law. So the idea of texting and driving, which is illegal in the state of Illinois, that at one point was an idea. It was a bill. Somebody called the representative and said, hey, it should be illegal to text and drive. And the representative's like, I agree with you, that's a good idea. So he or she took it to committee and then took the steps necessary to make it a law.
So they basically going by law. Okay, with the laws, like the buses must stop at the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
So a bus must probably got whacked by a train for
Probably.
them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like texting and driving cars.
Uh-huh.
Car crash.
Yep.
A car must crash when it's texting and
Right.
driving. Okay.
Yep. All right, what is the Senate? Do we know what the Senate is?
The person that keeps on the phone.
Okay, so your senator is a representative for your state. Okay. Rep of your state, and we're going to put 2 because there are 2 representatives for the state of Illinois. Illinois, we have Dick Durbin and Tammy Duckworth. Those are our 2 representatives in the Senate. Those are our 2 senators from the state of Illinois. The House of Representatives, they also represent your state, but they go by population.
Okay, further. What's the thing?
Both the Senate and the House.
Can you, like, I can't see.
You can scoot up here. Scoot up. No, no. Okay, the Senate and the House represent your state. Okay, the Senate, every state has 2. For representatives, it's determined by population. The more people you have, the more representatives you have. Okay, committee.
It could be like your community, like the whole town, whatever.
A committee. Okay, a committee is a small group of people who discuss the bill, or they They discuss what it should be. So, small group. They discuss or make changes to the bill. Okay, so the committee will meet, they will discuss the bill, they will discuss any problems that might come up with it, and they make any changes that might be necessary before they take it to the Senate and the House for vote. Okay?
Have that song stuck in my
I'm just a fool.
Okay. Let's skip Full House because Full House. We're not talking about the TV show Full House, nor are we talking about the card hand Full House. Full House is meeting when there's enough people in Congress to pass a vote. So it'd be 2/3.
Oh, TV shows.
Yeah. Okay, so Full House is just a quorum in Congress, meaning that there's enough people there to do work. And it's more than 50%. A law is like a rule. It's a legal rule. So that's what a bill becomes eventually. So a law is an official rule for state or country. The veto means to deny it, okay? So you can deny or cancel. And if you override it, the Congress can override a presidential veto by 2/3 vote. Okay, so let's say the House and the Senate pass a bill, and it goes to the president's desk. And the president says, no, that's stupid, we should not do that, and he vetoes it. Okay, it goes back to Congress, and they can override the president's veto by passing it with a 2/3 vote. They'll vote again. Okay, so override means to
Revote.
pass legislation with a W with a slash is my with sign, with 2/3 vote. Pass legislation with a 2/3 vote in both houses. That means Senate and House of Representatives. Can override a president's veto with a 2/3 vote in both houses. 2/3 pass in both houses. All right, the next document I'm going to give you, you don't have to do anything with. It is just simply how does a bill become a law. It's kind of like a little template, a worksheet that shows you exactly what happens when a bill becomes a law. We're just going to hole punch this and put it in your binder.
I gotta reorganize everything in my binder.
Yeah, we need an organization time.
Very, very
Maybe
bad.
tomorrow we'll have some time to do that. All right. Next thing I'm going to have you do is we're going to watch one more short video. It's the brain pop video on how a bill becomes a law. Friends watching this later, I will send that link to your teachers.